Hi guys, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. I see a bunch of questions have already poured in. Thanks a lot for putting in your questions. Arun, I know if you are by any chance listening to this live right now, I know you had reached out to me separately as well as posted your details in multiple places. I appreciate you have put in the third question out here, but Arun, I want to call out you've given 28 June 1990 as your date of birth, place Siddharth Nagar, but the timing again you've made an error. You've put 5:2 p.m. I am not able to understand if it is 5 p.m. 02 minutes, or does it mean 5 p.m. 20 minutes. This is not obvious, and 5:2 p.m. is like it's very confusing. Can you please make a correction, Arun, and repost your exact time so that this time you do not have any confusion, and then I will take your reading. But I'll start with Pooja's chart. That is the first question posted, and then Arun, I'll take your question next if you are able to provide the correct details. So guys, welcome back. I'm sorry, apologies that I've not been able to post videos, and I've not been able to do the live session that I do weekly last week because I've been unwell, and that's why I was not having enough energy to do this. I've not been 100%. Plus I was busy at my work as well, so um, it was reflecting with the delays, but hopefully we'll fix that. So I see the first question in coming in from Pooja, where she says, "Sir, please tell me as per horoscope and the Shantar Dasha how the year 2024 is going to be for me. I will have to achieve success in my career this year. My father tells me so much day and night. I feel like leaving home, but I'm a girl and I cannot do that. This year is the year of Shani Ji. Saturn is going to the 8th house of my horoscope, and सर इस 17 नवंबर को मेरा जन्मदिन था। आप अपना आशीर्वाद और शुभकामनाएं दीजिए। विश यू अ वेरी हैप्पी बिलेटेड हैप्पी बर्थडे पूजा। Hope you had a great birthday blast and hope you continue to have an amazing year going forward. And this is not just me wishing you, Pooja, it is the wish of the entire Devastrology community. Guys, wish Pooja her birthday. And this is from the entire community. We are a community. We are a group of friends learning together with each other, and hopefully you achieve whatever you aspire to the coming this year. मेरी सारी इच्छाएं पूर्ण हो बिल्कुल, एंड सारी समस्याएं दूर हो। जन्म 17/11 17th 11 1984. Absolutely, Pooja ji. Hope you achieve whatever you desire. समय 23:25 p.m. Thank you. 23:25 p.m. and your place of birth is Prayagraj. Raj. Yeah, Arun, I know you've acknowledged that you're here. Arun, please correct your birth details and resend it because uh, your date of birth is not obvious to me. You've given it as 5:2 p.m. I need you to correct, either put it as 5:02 or tell me 5:20 like others are doing. Please give the correct information. Arun, I will not be able to pick up. I'm reminding it the third time to you. All right, so Pooja, I have your chart in front of me. You are a Cancer ascendant. Your moon is in your second house in the sign of Leo. Saturn is oh wow, Saturn is sitting exalted in Libra in the fourth house, but it is combust. Okay. Good thing is it's sitting exalted. That's nice. Sun, Ketu, and Mercury sitting in your fifth house in the sign of Scorpio. Sun is in the friendly sign. Mercury is neutral in Scorpio, and Ketu, it's okay. Actually, Ketu being in Scorpio is not a bad thing, to be honest. Jupiter in its own sign in the sixth house with Venus. Venus would be a little uncomfortable. Mars exalted. Acha, Mars Capricorn. You are the same person. And Rahu in the third house. So your question was that how, based on the dasha antardasha, how is the time? Okay. So from a dasha period, you are running Rahu dasha, and hold on, where will your Rahu in transit will come to your ninth house, and Ketu will come to your third house, and Saturn in transit will be in eighth house. Okay, in the sign of Aquarius. It's going to be there for at least some more time, and Jupiter in the is still in retrograde till December, and it's going to remain in your 10th house. Um, so I hope, Pooja, you are tracking some of my transit videos as well, and I'm going to be doing more detailed annual reading as well for the transits for all the signs. But see, from transit perspective, Jupiter in 10th house looks awesome. That means from a career perspective and everything, you should see a growth. And Jupiter in your own chart is also in a good placement in its own sign. Um, and Currently, you are running Rahu Saturn. Okay. So your Saturn is also exalted. So you see, I keep telling you, you should be able to accumulate wealth. You should do well, but because it is combust, Saturn is combust, that might be causing certain hindrances and certain challenges at your end. So it is possible that you might struggle from that particular angle, but from May of 2024, things are going to be, at least if you're, I'm assuming when you ask career and growth and income, I think things are going to be amazing for you, because you will have Rahu Mercury Dasha. And Rahu, by the way, is very comfortable in Mercurian signs, or with Mercury in itself. So Rahu, and I have to do a Rahu Mahadasha video as well. I know many of you have reached out to me. Apologies, guys, for the delays, but Rahu Mercury is one of the better, antardashas to come. So let this Saturn thing go away. Saturn Rahu do not click much together, so to speak. But Rahu Mercury is going to be much better for you, and you will have much better next 2.5 years, all the way till November end 2026. And until that happens, good part is Jupiter is in your 10th house. So from a career perspective, if you're trying to push something, you've not mentioned at any of the occasions what kind of career you want to pursue, because see, I have given you hints multiple times before as well. Either leverage your seventh house for Mars perspective, because Mars is exalted, it's a beautiful thing. It might be troublesome for your marriage. I'm not sure what is your marital situation. You, since you're 1984 born, I'm assuming close to 40, and you with your father. So there could be troubles with respect to marriage. I already anticipate that, but you should be, from a profession perspective, you have a lot of good elements in your chart. So you should leverage either your Mars energy, or leverage Saturn is combust. Do Hanumanji's puja. That is going to be so much beneficial. Go directly to Hanumanji. Don't need to worry about Shani. Okay, you can offer, and simple remedies you can offer on Saturdays: mustard oil, deepak, light deepak in a Hanuman temple or a Shani temple, so to speak. But do practice Hanuman Chalisa regularly on a daily basis if possible. Just once, it's not too bad. And people will tell you all these kind of things, that it is Kali Yuga and you have to do 10,000 times to get the returns of what, and it's all BS. I do not believe in that. At least I do not. If you guys trust me, I'm going to only tell you what I do myself, or I tell my kids to do, my son to do, and I'm recommending the same thing to you guys as well. So when I recommended a lot of things for Rahu remedies, trust me, guys, I went ahead and I cleaned up my house, and maybe I should make a short and I should share it with you guys. Whatever remedies I tell you, I practice on myself first. So use that. And your Rahu is in the 11th house, again in the sign of Venus. So it is not a bad situation overall. If you work hard, Puja, you're, from a career perspective, you're poised to do well. Time from your Antardasha perspective will be much better post May. actually mid of May onwards itself, you will see the results coming out. So I hope this is helpful. Now I will jump on to Arun. Okay, he's given the correction. All right, let's take up Arun's chart, which is the next one. He's been reaching out to me for a while, and to the point that he started literally bugging me, and I was not happy. I do free readings, and I provide a personal DM either for paid consultation or for any tumultuous situation for my audience. But guys, when I give you access, doesn't mean you start like, be a little respectful of somebody's time as well. That's all I'll request. But I still appreciate the love and um, care that you guys offer, and the time that you devote. That's precious. So Arun, I'll iterate what I've put. Arun, male, 28th of June 1990, 1702, and Siddharth Nagar. That is the chart, and it might be different from the reading that we've, because you apparently had a different detail last time which you missed. So you should be a Scorpio ascendant. Your Saturn is sitting in the second house and it is in retrograde. It's a neutral position. It is sitting in Sagittarius. Your Rahu is sitting in the third house in the sign of Capricorn. Your Mars is sitting in the fifth house in the sign of Pisces, and Mars is in a friendly position. Venus is sitting in your seventh house, in the sign, in its own sign of Taurus. Jupiter, Mercury, and Sun, they're all sitting combined in the eighth house in the sign of Mercury. The challenge is that Mercury is combust, but it is sitting in its own sign. That's a good thing. Ketu is sitting in the ninth house in Cancer. Moon is sitting in the 10th house in Leo. Yeah, and that'll be all. So, Sun is in a neutral position for you. Moon is in a friendly sign. Mars is in friendly sign as well. Mercury is in its own sign, but it is combust. Jupiter is in its enemy sign. It is not comfortable in Gemini, to be honest with you. Venus, again, good thing is it's sitting in its own sign. So your question is predominantly is that I'm an actor. I did a couple of web shows. I want to know about my career in acting field. Thank you. All right. So see, acting essentially is related to fame. Okay, that is one. Uh, Number two, it is related to um, creativity, how your expressions, your way to express yourself to the entire world. It is definitely led by Venus from that particular angle, and from a fame perspective, there are two three planets that make an impact. So the first thing is that your Venus sitting in its own sign in the seventh house definitely gives an indication that you should follow a profession which will help you excel in the jobs of Venus, and acting definitely happens to be one of those areas. So you might have not chosen a bad profession. Second thing is your Saturn is sitting in the second house, and it's in retrograde, means it's going to have impact both from the second as well as first house perspective. Uh, and then that second house is aspected by three planets from the eighth house, which is Mercury, Jupiter, and Sun. Now, not a lot of people see fame from the eighth house, but specifically in the field of acting, I do, and I'm saying that why? Because one eighth house is a representation of everything hidden, and acting also means acting behind the scenes, behind a camera, right? So that's in my mind a definite indication. If I'm not wrong, Amitabh Bachchan's chart also has Jupiter in the eighth house, so it is not a bad thing, Jupiter or Sun, and it's not a bad thing. The only thing is that in your case, Jupiter is in the enemy sign. The house lord is sitting there, but it is combust because of Sun, and Sun is neutral there. So and your Rahu is in the third house, which is a very good thing for fame. Virat Kohli has it even when his son is debilitated. So the point I'm trying to make is that uh, fame, the field of fame is going to work for you, but the grandeur that you expect might not be there. I mean, It might not be as grand, but you definitely can chase fame and money through that. That is number one. Number two is it is going to be delayed and it is going to take its own course. You are 19, 90, 23, 24 years old. It will take some time. Why? Because Saturn is sitting in the second house. So all the wealth accumulation that you can anticipate or think of or desire for, it's going to take a lot of time. As well as it is aspecting your first house. So in the retrograde motion, so it's gonna take some time for you to accumulate that growth. The older you grow, especially after mid 30s, it's going to be beneficial for you. 33, a lot of people say 36, but 33 is the age when Saturn becomes young, youthful, right? 36 it matures. So not before 33 I see that accumulation of wealth coming your way. It's going to take time. Good thing is that there are three planets that are aspecting your second house, so that wealth creation is definitely going to happen. It is going to happen, and it's going to happen in some hidden form. So um, you might be thinking of acting. It could be, getting a directorial debut as well in the long run. Maybe that is somewhere you might want to shift later on in your career. But I see that growth coming in the latter half of your life. um, and I believe you would be detached from your father, or living separate from him already. Use also your moon's ability, because it is sitting in the 10th house. It's a friend of Venus. So um, yeah, I have a suggestion. Maybe explore a role where you hold some sort of liquor, or showing passion towards any drink, any sports kind of roles where you are drinking and stuff, having energy drink, something of that sort. Bring that moon's energy into your profession. Try and do that. Even bouncing off ideas with your mother on the rules that you want to pick up would be of benefit to you, because her input is going to be absolutely critical in your life. So I hope that helps. Anjana, I already see you've posted question. Please do not do double posting, triple posting. You're doing that multiple times. You're blocking. I'm going to go serial order, and the people I find who are doing multiple postings, I'll remove their questions from the list, guys, because it kind of creates a lot of confusion for me here, and that's not really helpful. Okay. So I'm already removing the last two that you've put in. And guys, this is the first time I'm removing questions, because repeatedly I've told on this channel, please do not do multiple postings. It just creates a lot of confusion. So with that, we're done with Pooja and Arun. Moving into Shanti Chaudhary. Okay. So he has provided all the details, thankfully. So Shanti, your date of birth is 24/7/1999, 8:05 a.m. and your place of birth is Paunta Sahib. Okay. Paunta Sahib, Himachal Pradesh. Okay, got it. So your question is regarding your career and income. Okay. So you are you are a Leo ascendant. You have Venus in your first house, Mars in your third house. It's neutral in the sign of Libra. Moon in your, oh boy, Moon is debilitated. It is sitting in your fourth house. The house is amazing, but it is debilitated in the sign of Scorpio. Ketu sitting in your sixth house. Then you have Jupiter and Saturn in your ninth house. Saturn is again debilitated in the sign of Aries. Jupiter is in the friendly sign, and then you have Sun sitting in the sign of Cancer with Rahu and Mercury. Mercury is in retrograde, and Mercury is in an enemy sign. Plus, it is combust. It is retrograde, so it is aspecting some bit of your 11th house as well. Okay. Hmm. So, Shanti, your question was regarding my career and income. Um, Shanti, how old are you? You are okay, 1999. Got it. Uh, okay, Arun Kumar Pathak was 1990, and I commented him as 23, 24. No, so he's 33. Arun, good time for you from that perspective. I just realized that I did not call that out clearly. So Shanti is about 24 years old. Shanti, Venus is in your first house. It's in the enemy sign of Leo, and the Lord of your ascendant, Sun, is sitting 12th to itself. So you might have a lot of loss of confidence. Um, you would try to look attractive and take care of yourself, but still you will have this thought process that, am I not good enough, or something is wrong. You would not be happy with the things happening in life. So please keep a watch on that particular aspect, Shanti. I wouldn't want you to think in that direction, and try and at least avoid that. But I definitely see a change of place happening for you once you get married in life. Like, you will uproot yourself from wherever you are, and you will go and sit in a completely different place. And it will disrupt your profession as well. Problem is that Rahu is eclipsing Sun. So, from a career perspective, again, that self doubt thing will get elaborated. So, you might want to keep a check on that particular aspect, Shanti. But the good part is that the Lord of your career, or your 10th house, is sitting one, two, three, fourth to itself, and sitting in the Lagna in Kendra. That's a good thing, okay? Even if it is sitting in the enemy house. So, the point I'm trying to make is that and fourth to itself means that you would find peace and happiness in your career itself. You will be the happiest in life when you do well at your job, or at your work, or at your profession, whatever you pick up. So it might not be a bad idea for you to explore professions related to Jupiter, sorry, related to Venus. That's very important for you. Other thing is, spend a lot of time with your mother. Talk to her a lot. Take care of your mom a lot. Your moon is debilitated, and it is aspecting your 10th house. That's a problem. Means your decision making will be absolutely disastrous. I've seen there will be a tremendous lack of confidence in the way you think. The way you can fix that is spend time with your mom as much as worship her. Worship your mom. Take care of her. If you can do Shiv puja, that's also going to help you, offering water to Shivji. But your mother's impact in your life is going to be very, very positive and in the right direction. My suggestion is check out the Venus Mahadasha video as well. If you've not seen that, you must check out your Venus Mahadasha video. In fact, you should, given that your entire professional career is going to be impacted till the moon period, go and watch all those three videos. Specifically in Venus, you will get an insight how you need to take measures, what you should be expecting in different antardashas. That will give you a lot of confidence. Income, I've told you. Good part is that Mercury is in retrograde, so it is going to give you avenues of generating more and more income, but it is going to be sort of impacted. Uh, I guess there was a glitch out here. I'm not sure if you heard me properly, but what I was saying is that income is going to grow over a period of time, but it will be impacted because of Mercury being in the enemy sign of Cancer, and then it is combust as well. I hope this is helpful. Please click on that like button. All the guys whom I've given the feedback. I'll pick up the next question now. And the next question is from Neeraj. Um, Neeraj Kumar, date of birth 7/12/1999. Okay. 7th of December 1999, 15:05. Thank you, my friend, for putting the exact details. That's the way I prefer. And then you have Bangalore, Karnataka. Okay, Bangalore. Yeah, I'm picking up Bangalore urban. That's the option I get here. Okay. So, urban place is what I've picked up. And your question is about your career. Currently, I'm in marketing field and willing to join ID sector. Please advise which one is good. So, what do you mean by marketing field? Because marketing can be in IT as well, right? But you have, oh boy. So you have Saturn and Jupiter conjunct in your first house. You are an Aries sign. Both the planets are in retrograde. Saturn is debilitated big time, but it is in retrograde. So is Jupiter. Rahu is in your fourth house. You have Venus in your seventh house in its own sign of Libra. You have Mercury, Moon, and Sun sitting in the sign of Scorpio. Moon again in your case is debilitated. Sun is okay, but Moon is combust as well and debilitated. Mercury is neutral. Mars is sitting exalted. Beautiful, yaar. At least kuch to respite hai. Mars is sitting exalted. Oh boy, it has Ketu with it. Um, so, what was the question? Your question was marketing and willing to join IT sector. Yes, IT wouldn't be bad for you. Mars exalted in the 10th house. It would not be a bad choice for you to pursue. But you will have this lack of focus at work. You need to fix that. I can tell you, you have lack of focus. If you agree with me, smash that like button and say, yes, Dave, you're right. I need to hear that. I definitely feel that whatever work you pick up, you tend to work in that direction for some amount of time and then you lose interest uh, in that. So that's one of the challenges that you might be having in your profession. Venus related profession may also not be bad, and that is why maybe you are recommending that you are in marketing, and Venus is sitting in your seventh house in its own sign, which is a good thing. So you could actually do marketing and IT. That may not be a bad thing. I don't know if you've had any education with respect to tech or not. If you've had that, please leverage that tech education to grow, because Mars exaltation is going to help you there. And see, if you put the right focus, right, even Ketu helps a lot in the professional growth. So it's not a bad thing to have Ketu in that house, because it represents the flag, right? A lot of times people with Ketu in the 10th house also go and become pilots. Actually, you could do that because Mars and Ketu together, I would have told you go and pursue Air Force. Amazing career for you. It's an amazing career actually, if you ask me. You will you will be very very happy in that profession. Yeah, Mars and Ketu together in the 10th house, you would do so well as a fighter, Air Force sort of a career. Um, but if you're trying to get into the tech field, it might not be a bad choice. But please be patient. Yeah, your Saturn is debilitated, sitting in the first house. You will always be stressed. It will take time for you to grow, and it will take a lot of time for the results to come in. If it was not debilitated, I would have told you that results will be extraordinarily good. But because it is debilitated, um, it's going to have its own course. Please keep doing Hanuman puja. That's very important for you. And as usual, bunch of you have started messaging me, yes, on Instagram as well. Guys, please be here. Please be here and focused here, and I will be answering your questions here itself. Do not message me on Instagram. So, Neeraj, I hope that answers your question. Please smash that like button. I need to see that like coming in. Sandhya Ji has the next question. Okay, Sandhya, 20th of April 2001. 24 2001, and the time is 7:45 a.m. 7:45 a.m. and the place of birth is Pune. Okay. I love Pune, Sandhya. Pune is a beautiful city. I studied there, and I love the breakfast and food in Pune. So Sandhya's question is, can you describe my career life and what other fields I can pursue other than IT, and are there any chances of to go and work in foreign? Okay, so Sandhya, I'll simply answer your foreign question. You have your Sun and Mercury sitting in your 12th house. 90% you will get a foreign opportunity. Very high chances. And then your Sun is exalted as well. You will shine in a foreign land. You will shine in a foreign land. You have Venus in exaltation. Beautiful. In your 11th house, you are going to shine in foreign land, and your income is going to grow multifold once you get married. You will have a very nice spouse as well. In fact, your Jupiter and Saturn are sitting in the first house. You will be very much like devoted towards a dude, but your Jupiter is in the enemy sign. That's the only problem. There will be certain challenges in married life, but it is okay. It is okay. You will figure out how to traverse through it. Saturn is in the friendly sign. That's a good thing. There will be some challenges, Sandhya, in your married life, some challenges in your married life, but you will be able to overcome them. And to answer your question, other than IT, you are 22 years old. Okay, yeah, you are definitely going to a foreign land. Working in IT or not, see, your Lord of 10th is sitting in the first house, which is Saturn. So Saturn is also a depiction of tech field. Maybe you could go into the IT domain, working in the oil and gas sector. Customers like Aramco, Saudi Aramco, or Philips, Conoco, or Chevron, or British Petroleum. Those kind of customers in the IT organizations is where you might excel. Um, but yes, I think tech may not be a bad thing for you actually. And then you have yeah, it's not a bad profession for you, to be honest. And Mars is the ruler of your seventh. It is sitting second to itself. Mars is also in a friendly sign of Jupiter. Uh, and you will do some sort of back end work. I think you'll do well in tech. You will go abroad. You are going to see good growth after getting married. Very good spouse you will find. There will be some fights and some things, which is true for every married couple, so that is okay, because you guys will sail through it. There will be some commotion, and please be a soft speaker. I think you will have some issues with communication. You might be very blunt at times, Sandhya. You need to check that. Okay, that's all I'll say. Guys, I'm not seeing growth in the number of likes. We are kind of held on there, so you might just want to click on that button and say. All right, so we'll move on to the next question. Sandhya is what we've answered. We have Star Pixie as the next question. Star Pixie, I'm assuming you are a lady. Yeah, your question is 1993, 6:29 a.m. Colombo, Sri Lanka. Broke my engagement during last few months of Ketu Mahadasha. Okay, I know. I hope you've watched my Ketu Mahadasha video. I know my DK, Dara Karka, and qualities. I can expect in my partner. When can I expect my marriage? Will it be good? And his profession. So you want your entire chart read. I cannot do such detailed this thing. Star Pixie. It is way too much. 28 1 1993. It's a snapshot reading, and I'll give you a snapshot prediction here. Okay, 6:29 a.m. Colombo, Western Sri Lanka. Okay, Ketu Mahadasha just ended for you in October. Venus is getting started. Please watch the Venus video as well. Sandhi would be going on for you. Doesn't mean everything is going to get fixed immediately. So just have some patience. You have Sun, Saturn, and Mercury sitting in your first house. Saturn is in its own sign. Sun is in the enemy sign here, and Mercury is neutral, but it is combust. You have Moon and Venus, good. Venus exalted, sitting in your third house in the sign of Pisces, Ketu in the fifth, Rahu in the 11th, Mars retrograde in your sixth. Mars is in the enemy sign. That's a problem. Jupiter in the ninth house. Jupiter is again sitting in the enemy sign. It's not comfortable with Mercury. That's the situation. So, first of all, I think your Venus has started, so it is going to be Venus, Venus, Venus for the first 3 years, if I'm not wrong. Huh. So it's going to be Venus, Venus, Venus for you. See, things are going to improve slowly and steadily. Since it is Venus Disha for the entire, this duration, it is not a bad time to explore and get married. From a marriage perspective, you see Jupiter. Your Jupiter is in the ninth house, which is a good placement in terms of house. It's not in a good sign. That's the problem. Which means that I recommend you. You are a very hardworking person, Star Pixie. You are a very hardworking person. I can tell you that, and you will grow. Okay, you will grow professionally leaps and bounds over the years. Um, your Venus is exalted. I can tell you, your spouse will be a very nice person, spiritual person as well. Uh, Profession. I know a lot of people do take a shot from your own chart. I need to maybe from Navamsa, it says he will have multiple streams of income. That is what I can definitely tell you. Multiple streams of income. But profession, I cannot directly justify. I cannot give you a direct answer based on this thing. Jupiter in Navamsa is also in a good place. It's in Cancer, which is a very good thing. It's exalted there. Venus is also comfortable with that. So you will have a good spouse. Do not worry about that. If you are asking me a specific duration, all the way till Feb of 2027 is a good period. So if you already have identified somebody, or if you want to date and find the right person, it's going to be all good. Do take feedback from your father about the person that you shortlist or want to get married. Your father's opinion is going to be very helpful. Watch my couple of my videos on the transits as well. I've given certain recommendations to the Jupiter in transit for Capricorn. I'll recommend you go and visit my video on that front, so it will give you some idea. But just be patient. Watch the Venus Mahadasha video as well. I've given the details during the Sandhi period, what's going to happen and how it's going to impact. So please be cautious from that perspective. Do not jump into anything. And I have also given certain indications about the relationships that are lost during the Ketu period, specifically the people you would have met during Ketu Mercury. Okay, Ketu Mercury. So please watch that video, Star Pixie. It will give you a very clear understanding if you are exploring any kind of relationship which has got established in Ketu Mercury. That would not be the right relationship to go for. It will not last as well. So just figure that out. Rest everything looks great. Revti, it's the next question. 12998. So I'm assuming it is 1st of Feb, okay? 1st Feb 1998. Revti, 11, yani 2305. Nasik, Maharashtra. Okay. When will I get a job? Now that's a good example of a crisp question. I like that. That's exactly what is meant to happen in a um, in a short reading like this. So you have your Venus Mahadasha going on with the Moon until May of 2024, and after that you have Venus Mars till July of 2025. Um, and moon is sitting in the sign of Pisces in your seventh house. Okay, let me quickly read out the placements. You are a Virgo ascendant. You have Venus in retrograde in your fourth house. Nice. Even though Venus is neutral, but it's getting good directional strength, and it's in retrograde. You're gonna do well from a home front and stuff. Sun and Mercury in your fifth house. Your Sun is in the enemy sign. Mars, Ketu, and Jupiter all sitting in the sixth house. Saturn and Moon sitting in the seventh house, and Saturn is afflicting Moon. Okay, it's called as a Shesh Yog, so that's happening there. And Rahu sitting in your twelfth house. Um, See, one thing is that you are going to definitely do a job. Uh, you will be more inclined of doing working for somebody than running your own business. uh, Saturn is sitting both second and third to itself, means it's going to be all dependent on your hard work. And Mercury is not combust. Good thing is it's not combust. Mm. So, my dear friend Revti, maybe you've given that name because you're near Revti Nakshatra as well, right? In your moon. But I think good period for you is actually starting from end of December. Count it, because until then you have Veen Munus Ketu till from first of Jan to about April. May is also looking good. Okay, till May it's also looking good. And then, where is Mars? Mars is in your sixth house. It is not a bad situation. Yeah. So, see, coming new year, you should be able to see some success. Those 3 to 4 months are definitely a good period for you. Rahu is coming in transit and sitting in your seventh house, and Ketu in your first house. Okay. Um, yeah. So, and Saturn is also, you are also undergoing Sadesati period as well. My suggestion to you would be, you'll have to be mentally very strong. So your moon is disturbed. Okay, your moon is definitely disturbed, and you have to be a little strong. Uh, you have definitely decent period until April. Post April, till June, actually, you should be able to crack it. In the first 6 months of 2024, you should be able to crack your job, Revti. You will be able to. Keep fighting hard. Your moon is troubled, okay? So mentally, it might break you multiple times, but just have some patience, my friend. I hope it works out for you. All right. Now, moving on to the next question. Anjana, I'm very displeased. You again typing your question multiple times. Like, you've posted your question 5, 6 times. What's the point of doing this? I lose track of the list of the questions. Guys, you do not understand the way it reflects on my screen. You please avoid typing multiple questions. It's not fair for the other folks joining the session. Monica Bhuma, 23 3 1993, or 23 3 1993, 10:30 p.m. 10 हो गया 22 22 30 आलाकड्डा आलाकड्डा आंध्र प्रदेश. Okay. Monica, what is your question? Sir, my Venus is in retrograde. Yes, it is exalted retrograde sitting in your fifth house with Sun and Moon, correct? Uh, Combust exalted. It's combust. No, it doesn't show combust to me on my system at least. It's in retrograde, yes, in Reti Nakshatra, and it's exalted. Uh, Exalted and retro Jupiter aspecting it. Retro Jupiter, correct. But again, your Jupiter is also not combust. Your moon is combust. If you're trying to validate that, your moon is combust, but your Venus is not combust. Venus conjunct with Sun plus Moon. When will I get married? How will my hubby and marriage? Okay, so so I think you know your chart. You have Rahu in your first house, Ketu in seventh. Boy, Saturn and Mercury. Saturn sitting in its own sign of Aquarius in the fourth house. Venus, Sun, Moon sitting in Jupiter's sign of Pisces. Mars in the eighth house, and Jupiter is in the enemy sign of Virgo. So first of all, your statement is incorrect. Only your moon is combust. Your Venus is not combust in my mind. And since you've done this analysis, I believe you want to know the exact period. So I will check in your Mahadasha. So you just finished your Ketu Mahadasha a couple of years back, and you are into Venus sign, and Venus is in a good position for you. Okay, uh, it is also the Lord of your um, seventh house. Okay, which depicts your marriage, and it is also the Lord of your 12th, depicting bed pressures and stuff like that. So my reading for you would be that, see, first of all, Jupiter aspecting Venus and vice versa. What it does is both these are gurus, right? One is the demon guru and the other is uh, the guru of the devas. So what happens is that they have their own ideologies. None of them does anything harmful to our lives, but they have their own ideologies, and hence the contradictions in life. So you will have situations where you will have differences of opinion definitely from your partner, and the only thing to worry for you is that your Ketu is sitting in your seventh house, like in that 1-7 axis of Rahu and Ketu, which is not the best placement for marriage, so to speak, right? Um, it doesn't mean divorce. It could, but good part is that you've moved on from the Ketu Mahadasha period. So it doesn't definitely mean divorce, but it does, yes, give some distancing in married life. So you will have to work towards that particular aspect because you already know your chart, right? So you'll have to figure out that what are the factors that could distance you and try and fix that. The period that you've asked for getting married, see, I think you are running an amazing period right now. I know you're almost 30, but till September of 2024, you have Venus and Antar of Venus as well, which is a fabulous period for you. Within that, I recommend you to look into avoid that second half. Actually, that Savan period would also come into play from July to September. Okay, because Ketu Antardasha is also coming in, which is not a good period. My recommendation would be, see, until January, Saturn is not a bad pratinta to be exploring, and so is Mercury. Actually, until the first half of 2024, you have a much better period. Not the ideal thing running. I would have told you actually to get married by July of this 2023. If you've not, I don't know why you've not done it. You had an excellent period running until July of 2023. If you've not done that, then please explore the period from Jan till June of next year. Do not get married in July, August, September. Please keep that in mind. Uh, and then post that is also an okay period. If you, yeah, is also an okay period post that, but go with the recommendations of your father. Okay. If you go post Basically, when Venus Sun comes in, do go with the recommendation of your dad. Your Sun is in a friendly sign; it's not a bad position to be in. It's aspecting Jupiter, so actually, you should, you know what, go with the recommendation of your dad. If not in the first half, go in that next year's winter period in India. That is a period when you get a lot of muhurats. That'll be a good time. That'll be a very good time. Okay. I hope that answers your question. If it does, please click on that like button, Monica. Awais Khan, 15th September 2000. Okay. Awais, I'm assuming you're a guy. Awais. 15th of September 2000. 1:20 p.m. 13:20, and your place of birth is Karachi. Okay. Karachi, Sindh, Pakistan. Got it. Now your question is, how is my Venus Dasha going to be? You are a Sagittarius ascendant. You have Ketu in your first house. You have Moon in your fourth house. Very nice. It is sitting in Pisces. Jupiter and Saturn, with Saturn in retrograde in the sixth house, and your Saturn is actually in a friendly sign of Taurus. Rahu in your seventh, Sun and Mars sitting in your ninth house, Venus and Mercury sitting in your 10th house, and Venus is debilitated for you, but your Mercury is exalted. Hmm. And boss, you are your Venus Madhasha starts from next year, um, March onwards. So you are still in Ketu Mahadasha. Please watch both of my videos of Ketu Mahadasha, and specifically you are in Mercury Antardasha right now, and then watch my Venus Mahadasha video as well. See, you have your Venus in debilitation. It is going to have some bit of its impact in your career and profession and stuff like that. Please be careful about your married life as well. I highly, highly, highly recommend you to please get married based on the choice of your family members, especially your father. Your sun is sitting in the ninth house in its own sign. It is with Mars. Your ninth house, you are going to be absolutely lucky in life with getting the right things work out for you. Otherwise, as long as you have blessings of your father, you are going to rise pretty well, because it is also aspecting your third house. That's going to be helpful. Your profession is also looking exalted, but you have some troubles with respect to marriage, and it's because of you. Okay, your Rahu sitting in the seventh. Please be mindful of your vices or potential vices that could come in life. So please be careful about that. And Venus Mahadasha, see, overall Venus is sitting in a uh, good house of your profession, but it is debilitated. Doesn't mean it is not going to give results. It's going to give results because Mercury is definitely going to give a push, but you will have some diminishing effects in everything that you do. So um, like you want to purchase a house or you want to buy a car, you will not be able to achieve the topmost car that you have in mind. You will get notch lower. That's what Venus does when it's in debilitation. So some of that impact, like you will get 80% of the otherwise 100% that you're targeting. Let's say it this way, right? But from profession standpoint, it's good. Moon is in a good position. It is aspecting Venus as well. Just please be careful about your mind not wandering around too much because of Rahu. But rest, I think it's a you'll do professionally well, and you will have a good Mahadasha. You will have a decent Mahadasha, so to speak. Specifically, your Venus Mercury, your Venus Sun, your Venus Mars, and Venus Saturn. These antardashas will be amazing, and Venus Moon as well. Venus might be okayish. Okay, I hope that gives you a good understanding. All right, Kanak Shah, that is the next question, guys. If you like it, otherwise, and guys, if you're listening to me and if you've heard the reading, please click on that like button. I need you guys to kind of give me the feedback that it's going in the right direction. Okay. So Kanak Shah, 6th July 2005. Okay. Kanak, I'm assuming you're a guy. 6th. Okay, I need to do this. 6th July 2005. Oh, correct. You're too young. 18 years, and you're watching this already into astrology. Nice. 2:35 p.m. Nee, 2:35 p.m. Okay, so that will be 14 p.m. and Mumbai, Maharashtra. Okay, what's your question? Sir, I'm currently studying jewelry designing and planning to study BFM or BBA. I don't know what is BFM. I'm sorry, yaar. I have no clue. Bachelor of Finance, something, I don't know. And in previous live session, I wrote type of husband. Sorry, sir. What? Uh, Hello, sir. I'm currently studying jewelry designing and planning to study BFM or BBA, sir. In previous live session, I wrote type of husband. Sorry, sir. Very confusing question. You are currently studying jewelry designing. Okay. Your Venus is in your 10th house. It's in the enemy sign. Baap re baap. Saturn is combust, sitting in enemy sign. Mercury is also an enemy sign of Cancer. Uh, Moon and Sun together. Moon is combust. Rahu and Mars together. Okay, in the 6th house, and Jupiter and Ketu together in the 12th house, and Jupiter is also in the enemy sign. Everybody is sitting in the enemy sign or what? And you're a Libra ascendant. So see, the ascendant Lord is sitting in the 10th house in the Kendra. So it is very clear you must, given that all of them are in tough spots, you should definitely pursue a profession in Venus. And if you're trying to do jewelry designing and stuff, that's the right thing you're going ahead with. Like it's a representation of Venus. But Saturn and Venus are together. That's a good thing, yeah. Actually, that's a good thing. It's not a bad situation to be in. Just that they are all sitting in the sign of Cancer. Mercury is also uncomfortable with that. Saturn is combust too. But Saturn is spotting its own house. Yeah, see, why do you want to do BBA and all that stuff? Maybe because of BFM, I'm assuming is something related to finance. Maybe that is why your inclination is going in that direction, because your Mercury is also in that place. But my suggestion will be you pursue your profession, which is Venus related. If you're doing jewelry designing and stuff, it might not be a bad idea for you to continue to pursue that. That would be a better direction for you, rather than getting into finance and stuff. There is a lot of slogging in your career. There's a lot of hard work that is coming your way, my friend. Please use Venus energy, because you're a Venus ascendant sitting in the 10th house. That's the best thing you can do. Okay, please do that. All right. Next question. Silajit. Silajit's question is 6/8/1989. 6/8/1989. Time 11:30 a.m. Durgapur. Bengal. Okay. Oh boy. You're a Libra ascendant. You have Saturn in retrograde sitting in your 3rd house. Rahu sitting in the sign of Aquarius, it's like its own sign in the fifth house. Your Jupiter is in the ninth house, but Jupiter is in the enemy sign. Sun is in the 10th house in the sign of Cancer. It's okay. And then you have Mercury, Mars, Venus, and Ketu sitting in the sign of Leo in your 11th house, and Moon is sitting in the 12th house in the sign of Virgo. And that is Hasta Nakshatra that I see for you. Now, Mercury is good, Mars is good, Venus is the only one which is troubled there, and Ketu is also okay. But boss, you must be doing multiple kind of things, Silajit. So regarding career growth and stability. So um, concept period, which period is going on for you? Jupiter is coming into play, is it? Hmm. So, Silajit, just hang in there. See, Jupiter is not a bad planet. It is in the enemy sign. That is the only reason maybe you are seeing all these issues. And I feel most of your issues would have been because of your Rahu Mahadasha. Most probably all the troubles that you had were because of your Rahu Mahadasha, with Rahu sitting in your fifth house. But things are going to definitely get better moving on from now. You will see, and Jupiter is aspecting its own house, so it is all dependent on your hard work. Your third house is depicting that it's all dependent on your hard work, and the results of this will be especially visible to you in the post March of 2025. Just hang in there. It's a little bit of a tough period in terms of doing the hard work. Things might look very slow and not as steady, but post March of 2025, you will see a lot of positive outcomes coming your way, in terms of stability, growth, career, profession, income, and I'll tell you, you will have decent 2027. You will have from 2025 to 2027 will be a decent period. 27 to 30, very good period. Okay. Same continues like okay-ish period between 30 to 20 30 33, then 33 to 34, again amazing period for you, all the way till uh till 34, and then from 2035 till 2039, again decent period. So those are the pockets. Just hang in there for 1 year, just keep on slogging hard, keep on working. Jupiter has come to your seventh house in the transit as well. It's in retrograde. You will, at least you would already be doing some positive effects coming in your career right now. There is going to be a much better situation for you moving on. And your Rahu Ketu axis is 6 and 12 for you in the transit. So just be careful of the expenses and stuff. Just slow down a bit on things, and then you should be good. Okay? Just slog in hard. Keep working hard for the next year and a half. Things are going to be very, very nice for you, Shilajit. Okay, Anjana Chaudhary. Anjana Chaudhary, I'm picking up your question. I don't want next time you to be repeating so many questions. You've typed in like 8 9 times. Nobody does that, Anjana. If you are uh, if you are listening to this, please do not repeat it next time. Please, it's my humble request. Anjana, I'm assuming you're a female. 3rd of January 1996. 2:34 a.m. Ajmer. Your question is, I only want to know about my career. I have no income or job. Um I have interest for business. Please talk about empty houses in birth chart. First, you have asked personal question as well, and then you have asked some guidance on astrology as well. Empty houses, we'll talk about it. In one of my videos, I think I need to create a video around that. So we'll talk about it. But let's quickly do a quick analysis on your chart. You are a Libra ascendant, Jupiter and Sun in your third house, Mercury, Mars, Venus in your fourth house, and Mars is of course exalted, but your Mars is combust. Your Moon is also exalted, nice, sitting in your eighth house. Your Ketu is in your sixth house. Your Saturn is in its own sign, in Aquarius. Mm, Venus is okay in that. Mars is combust but exalted, and Mercury is also neutral, and Rahu sitting in your 12th. So, see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 planets aspecting your career, house of career. And let me quickly check your Mahadasha period as well. Oh, Rahu chal raha hai and Rahu is in your 12th. So your Rahu Mahadasha is going on, the unemployment and all that stuff, and your Moon is exalted, yaar. So you would have had a decent. अच्छा अभी आया नहीं है. Okay, so you are running Rahu Sun right now. Rahu is aspecting your fourth house as well. See, ideally, from a career perspective, it's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. कुछ तो मार्स पे डिपेंडेंट है. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You need to, first of all, you need to do Hanuman Puja. Okay, you need to, because you have a. It's so unfortunate. You have such a beautiful Mars. It would have disrupted everything from a career perspective, but boss, you will accumulate good wealth, or either you are already born in a wealthy family. What's your name? Um, एक तो ना Anjana has posted it so many times that अंजना का ही क्वेश्चन है. ओके, Anjana, either you are born in a wealthy family or you will be able to accumulate decent amount of wealth. Um, I have interest in business. Okay, Mars is the lord of that. So you need to, first of all, you have so much of Mars energy. No wonder you've posted your question so many times here. Now I can relate to it. It is evident from your Mars energy, yeah. Um, See, Lord of 10th house, which is Moon, is sitting exalted 10th, 11th to itself, which is not a bad thing, but you have to do some profession behind the scenes. So if you want to start up your own business, it might not be a bad idea. You are sharp with your creativity, okay? Your mind is very strong. You do some venture. If you want to really get into business, you can start something from home. Start from home. You will have a lot of energy towards that. Start from home. Mm, and pick something related to, yeah, you could start your own, like apparel, or your own um, You could also start like milkshakes and those kind of businesses to begin with. Okay, what I'm trying to say is essentially try and get into business which is moon related. Your moon is exalted, you will excel in that. Food business, you will do very well. Venus is also aspecting there. Because Mars is anyways combust, it is in a very strong sign. You will be like, you will be very strong speaker as well at home, like very strong in terms of your ideas and stuff. Just hold on your anger issues and your like you are too upfront, too blunt, too aggressive. Just control your anger a bit. I think you need to do that. But food business will be excellent for you, Anjana. Anything related to perfume or water, that kind of business will also grow. Wine related stuff, or doesn't mean you have to build wine and sell it. See, the very creative idea is people do packaging of wine. Can you design something related to the labels, gifts related to wine labels? It's a very niche profession. Not many people understand that. Only top end folks who are into collection material, they will understand all this stuff. And if you can sell that stuff, maybe online e-commerce stuff, you will be surprised. That's $1 million business. Many people I know are running that kind of venture. At least in US, I've met those people. So I'm sure it's catching up in India as well. So you might want to consider something of that sort. um, Unwanted advice: control your aggression, your speech, your communication, your aggression. It is going to impact your career as well as your married life as well as your income in your network circle as well. Yes, because of Mars. It's kind of evident in the way you've posted the question so many times as well. No wonder that Mars energy is coming across. So you want to check on that, but I see you definitely doing well in business if you put that thought process. You have a strong moon, leverage it. Very good moon, very good moon position. Food business is top priority. You should check that out, Anjana. If you've posted the question so many times, now smash that like button and ओके, योर नेम इज वसुंधरा। वसुंधरा यार, इतनी बार क्वेश्चन नहीं पोस्ट करने हैं अगली बार से। ओके, आई डिड नॉट लाइक इट, आई कीप टेलिंग इट इन ऑन माई लाइव वीडियोस। गलत बात है, बिकॉज यू ब्लॉकिंग एवरीबडी एल्स। Revti, I already did your reading. Again, you are also following Anjana's footsteps and putting multiple questions. Please don't do that. Goldie's mom here. Hello, ma'am. How are you doing? Nice to meet you, Kia. Good to see you again. Lalit. Lalit, I think you asked your question last time about your health, and I think you did tell me a couple of measures you are taking. You are taking the right measures, if I am able to remember your name correctly. But because you talked about accident, and I think you messaged me asking one to one about something related to that, so I kind of replied to you here already. I'll take up your question. So, Sun sitting in Scorpio in the first house, along with Mars in its own sign, Mercury, Saturn in the second house in Sagittarius, Venus, Rahu in Capricorn in the third house, Moon in Aries in the sixth house, Jupiter in retrograde in your eighth house in Gemini, which is in the enemy sign, Ketu in ninth house for you in the sign of Cancer. Now, your question is related to surgery, and I told you that you're running Mars Mahadasha. And you will have Mars Saturn going on currently. Uh, yeah, are you getting operated before December 7th? If that's the timeline, it's a good timeline. Mars will heal you and you will do well. Okay. I told you, I think, about Hanuman Chalisa, which I think you're already doing, Lalit, and Mahamrityunjay as well, which you had asked me. So keep reading Mahamrityunjay, maybe on YouTube itself. If you're not able to read it, just keep listening. Let the vibes get into your ears. Um, uh, let the vibes get into your ears. If you are getting the operation done before December, this thing, then that's great. Okay. Um, just be careful during this entire period, okay? Saturn कहाँ पे है? Saturn कहाँ गया? Second house में. Yeah, just take extra precaution till March of 2024 for from your health perspective. Lalit, if you're listening to this, please acknowledge by smashing that like or replying to me. Lalit, please take extra precaution until March or April. I just want to repeat that for you. Um, because Saturn का अंतर्दशा है. I just want you to be careful. And then Mars Mercury आ जाएगा. हाँ, ठीक है. Just be careful during this period. That's all I want to call out. Okay. All right. Goldie's mom has asked the question. Goldie's date of this thing is 23rd Jan 2004. 3:30 p.m. So 15:30 Kalyan. If I remember, Goldie is Gemini ascendant. Yes, Goldie is Gemini with Saturn sitting in retrograde in the first house. I've done a very detailed video on Rahu Ketu transit, ma'am. But I see that specifically for her, the Rahu Ketu axis is 5 and 11. Ketu sitting in the fifth house. I think I told her about the studies thing as well when in the last couple of videos or something related to that. See, her Ketu will come in the fourth house and Rahu will come in the 10th house. So it's a good placement from a career perspective, from a career growth perspective. She might even have opportunity to move out of her home. If you've not listened carefully to my transit videos, there is definite possibility that she might have to leave home and pursue either further education or career somewhere else. But I see more from an education perspective, given that she's 2004, maybe 19 years old or something. So if that opportunity comes, it might not be a bad idea. Change of place might not be a bad idea for her. And for the next, because it's going to be next 18 months till April of 2025, if I'm not wrong. So um, I think that might not be a bad thing for her. Jupiter is also sitting in her 11th house in transit, and in her own chart, it is in retrograde in the third house, which is very nice. Yeah, and in her chart, Mars is in the 10th house. It's in the friendly sign. What is the dasha that she's running? Oh boy, she's running Rahu. So Rahu will give her ideas of making some money during this period, and it's in her 11th house currently and coming to her 10th house. If she tries to explore anything, selling online, some side venture, maybe teaching people or something of that sort to gain some extra income, she should go for it. She will make some money. Okay. Overall, it'll be decent. I think I've done detailed video. Ask her to check on that. But given her natal positions of Rahu and Ketu, Rahu is going to help her make money definitely. पढ़ाई में मन नहीं लगता, बस थोड़ा सा issue ये है. So that's the only challenge. Okay, I hope Kiadwaji you are happy. I'm glad you could join the session again today. If you can acknowledge that, smash that like button, those hearts, so that I can come to know. Yes, I think somebody did. All right, Mitanshu Satla. Mitanshu, I'm assuming you're a girl. 12th of October 1990. 1425. Thank you. Mumbai. So your question is, when will I get see success in business and when will I get married? Okay. Your Jupiter is exalted in your seventh house. Your moon is also sitting in the own sign, which is very nice. Your Mercury is exalted in your ninth house. Your Mars is sitting in the neutral. So, okay, to start with, you are Capricorn ascendant, Rahu and Ketu axis. Rahu in the first, Ketu in the seventh. Yeah, first of all, I'm so glad you've not got married so far. Okay, else it would have been a disaster. So, such a good decision, Mitanshu Satla. You've not got married so far. Very good decision. You will. You have your Venus Mahadasha starting already. It has started, and Venus is Arre baapre, our Venus is debilitated, and it is combust. Yeah, good period. If you are a woman, husband will be awesome. If you are a guy, then just have some patience. Um, if you're a guy, I see you getting issues like diabetes and all that stuff coming your way. But if you're a woman, and I'm assuming Mitanshu is a girl's name, so you will have an excellent spouse. You will have a beautiful, nice guy, but just fix your own head, okay? From your mindset perspective, and Rahu is in the first house, it gives you a lot of confusion about your own self. So just please keep a check on that, because it is going to bring unnecessary confusion in your marriage, and it's going to distance you. But it will not lead to any kind of divorce or anything. You will have a decent married life, a very good husband. He'll be very caring and stuff. I can tell you that. And from a period perspective, 2025 should be a good period. First half of 2025 after February, when Rahu is not impacting, that's a good period. And your sun is also sitting in the ninth house. Is not a bad position for the sun as well. It's neutral position. Mercury is exalted. So you might not be able to wait till 2026. I don't know if you can wait. You have good two windows. One good window in 25, Feb to mid of 2025, July kinds. And then you have a good window from 2026 again, from Feb of 2026 till again July of 2026. Two very good windows. Okay. And in 2024, if you want to get married, then your excellent period would be from March till June. Actually, it's an excellent period here. March till June is an excellent period, 2024. Mitanshu Satla, if you are listening to this, excellent period both from a marriage perspective, and the periods that I've told you in 25, 26, they are good for business profession as well. Both of them. Please have a this thing, and check my Venus Mahadasha video. You will get a lot of clarity from that video as well. I'm telling you. So I hope that is helpful. Please smash on the like button, guys. Just 19 likes today. Hanish Chauhan, 7th of September 1990. Hanish, I'm assuming that's a guy's name. Okay. 7th of September 1990. 9:05 p.m. and 21:05 p.m. And the place is कहाँ गया? Shimla. Question is share markets and marriage. Um, okay, I'll have to do the readings a little faster. Been very slow. You are an Aries ascendant. Sun, Venus, Mercury sitting in the fifth house. Venus in the enemy sign. Mercury is in retrograde, but it is neutral, and Sun is in own sign. Share market, yes, you can explore. Take long term decisions. Do not do speculative investment, it will result into losses. But if you take planned investments, long term investments, where you've analyzed for things, you will do well. Okay. And marriage period, yeah, marriage ka Venus Mahadasha is running, you're not got married. अब मत करना Venus Ketu, please don't get married, okay? Boss, don't get married till June 2024. Now, just I get very worried when I see this period. You should actually Sun Mahadasha is a good period, okay? And Sun is in its own sign. You please do not get married during Venus Mahadasha. Watch my Venus Mahadasha videos. Watch my Sun Mahad. You should definitely watch my Sun Mahadasha videos. Hanish, are you there or not? I don't see Hanish online. Hanish is, I don't know if he's listening to it or not, and he's just left. But Hanish, please watch that Sun Mahadasha video, and that is a good period for you to get married as well. Do not get married in Venus Ketu right now till 2024. That period is running, and seventh में Venus Sun आएगा तो बहुत बाद में आएगा. So Sun yeah, I think even मून का भी दशा बुरा नहीं होगा. So yeah, so second half of 2024 all the way till yeah, all the way till 2025 is a decent period. That is a good period. Okay. Sure. Next question. I get engrossed in few charts. Hemant Kharat. Assuming Hemant is a guy, 6th of December 1993. Uh, 10:44, 10:54, 10:54 a.m. कहाँ गया एक तो ना Anjana has posted the questions so many times. I need to delete her question. Anjana, I've already answered your questions. It's not fair, yaar. Next time, please do not do this. Revti, I've already answered your question. All right, so 10:50 Solapur, Maharashtra. Solapur. Guys, it just confuses me here on the screen. That's the problem when you repeat your question. Oh boy, you are the same person who has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets in the 11th house. I think you requested reading last time as well. I think 2, 3 weeks back, Hemant, you asked that question. When will I get married and my life partner? So your Cancer is your seventh house, and the Lord of your seventh house, which is Moon, sitting second to itself in your eighth house. It to consider, food related profession or something of that sort. That will be good for you. Getting married, you are running your Moon Mahadasha, boss. This is the time. Have you watched my Moon Mahadasha video or not, Hemant? That is why you are asking these questions. Hemant, please watch my Moon Mahadasha video. I have given such answers. Do not get married. Huh. So, till 2025 February, you have a good period. Do not get married between Feb to September of 2025. After that, also, you have a good period all the way till end of 2027. So till Feb of 2025, excellent period, and after that as well, you will find a nice spouse. And boss, you will do multiple kind of things in life. जिसे कहते हैं ना गदर रोमांटिक. You will be like गदर romantic kind of a guy. So I just can't help a few thoughts coming in my head, but very nice. Don't worry about it. Do not get married during that Feb to September wala period. Okay, I just gave you that warning. I hope you listen to it. Happy birthday, Pooja, once again from this side. I know others have also wished her. Beatrix Locks, can you do Prashna for my question? Should I travel to D on the 17th December? Beatrix, I'm not into Prashna reading. I know a lot of people do it. I have to still learn in that space. I'm not very confident about the accuracy of that as well. And again, it could be mixed opinion. I'll tell you a small story. I was going through a very rough phase. That's why I started learning astrology. Okay. And before learning astrology, I was watching YouTube and going on to these bunch of YouTube predictions and listening to people. I literally paid to a lot of people as well, and one of them was Instagram channel, and I will not name that guy. He was like, he does Prashna reading as well, because I did a lot of readings and none of them were making any sense or resonance to me in life. um, and I'll not say that all of the folks are jerks. There are some good people as well, but I burnt a lot of money in meeting the wrong people, and that's why I started doing my own analysis. But I met some of these Prashna guys as well, just to see the strength of this art. And maybe I've met the wrong people, and hence my judgment. Oh boy, I had some crazy predictions done through Prashna for myself, and I have not. I'm still, I'm learning Nadi as we speak right now. I'm trying to add my knowledge in Gemini astrology as well. So once I reach there, maybe I will be able to give the right inputs. Until I have the right knowledge, I will refrain to give any information which is a false information in my end, because it's just a guess. So I don't want to do that. I'm so sorry, Beatrix Looks. I know you subscribed to my channel recently and you left a couple of comments there. If you want to bounce off some thought process with me, I'll be happy to discuss separately, but can't answer that right now. All right. Calmness inside you. Ayush Kumar says, yeah, you don't have a question, calmness inside you, Ayush Kumar. And I'm confused what's the ask. So I don't know what to predict. And plus I don't even know the if you've put in the right information there. Aya BR or something. Calmness inside you. If you're listening to this video, please share your details again later, and then I can take a shot. Arun's reading we have already done. Sonam Kiran, 25 9 1988 25. Oh yeah, Sonam. Sorry, Sonam. Email 25 9 1988. Okay. 88. Bhagalpur, Bihar, 1837, no? 1837. Bhagalpur, Bihar. Okay. Married life. Venus is the lord of your seventh house. You are an Aries ascendant. Libra is your seventh. Where is Venus sitting? It's sitting in the fourth house. Actually, it gets a directional strength there. Um, and Mercury is sitting in your seventh. I think I've told this before. Mercury gives Mercury in the seventh house gives some challenges. Okay, and I see you are already started with your Ketu Mahadasha. I will not be surprised, Sonam, if you are asking question related to married life, because you are seeing some turbulences happening and it is going downhill. So I will not be surprised if your question is because of that reason. Um, you have Jupiter in retrograde. Your Ketu is in the fifth house. Rahu is in 11th. Rahu is in a, you should, Rahu is in a good position, but and in a good sign as well. Okay. Fuck. Um, sun कहाँ पे? See, your married life should be okay. Okay. You are going through a tough time. Are you listening to me? Sonam Kiran, you are going through a tough time. Okay. Do not lose hope on your marriage because of this Ketu Mahadasha. This Ketu is creating a lot of turbulences. I already anticipate that reading your chart. Ideas of divorce and all that shit will also come to your head. Please keep fighting it. It's a troubled period for the next 5 years. You have a tough period for the next 5 years. Do not rush into anything stupid of that sort. Because your rest of the chart looks good. Your Venus is also the Lord of Seventh is also like it's in the enemy sign, but it is sitting in a good directional space. So it will fix things in the long run if you are able to hold on to. That's all I'll say. I mean, um, and Mercury, the good part is it's in the friendly. I mean, it's in the friendly position there. So just be a little watchful in your communication. Your communication should also be good, yeah. Because Jupiter is sitting in retrograde in the enemy sign. Yeah. Jupiter will not let like you try to create a lot of good, positive family environment. I believe so, but have some patience. It's the Ketu Mahadasha that's playing the tricks on you, Sonam. I'm sorry about that. Aishwarya Kulkarni. Next question. June 3rd, 1994. 3rd of June, 1994. 13:55. यार प्लेस तो बताया नहीं है. Aishwarya Kulkarni, I don't know your place. You've not put the place of birth. If you are here online, give me the place of birth right now. Quickly type it. Thane. Thank you. So Anjana says, "Sorry, sir, I didn't want to miss." Anjana, I don't miss any of the readings. If you're joining for the first time, I do it for everybody. Just type once only. That's my request, and love back to you as well. All right. Coming back to the reading. Aishwarya Kulkarni. I'm waiting to hear back from 3 companies. Will I get some positive news soon? Thank you. What is your period running? केतु खत्म हो गया, Venus start हो गया. Got it. Excuse me. क्या बात है? Venus and Mercury together in your 10th house, and you are running Venus Mahadasha as well. Rahu has entered your 7th house. Okay, and Ketu your first. Jupiter is sitting in the 8th in this thing. So yes, definitely, yeah. I mean, from your birth chart perspective, I think awesome period. Especially if you are looking for a job change, na? Huh. If you're looking for a job change, right? Like job offer or joining, which is happening between Jan to Feb of 2024, Jan or Feb 2024, that would be very good for you. It's the Sun Pratyandar Dasha that is coming into play. Time it in such a way, and yes, you should get something, or maybe you'll get a job offer at that time. Jan and Feb, those 2 months, you should definitely get a job offer. 100%. I can assure you that. Aishwarya, if you're listening to this, please, please do let me know. Also, it acts like a feedback for me that you are getting that job offer or not. I will be very interested to know. So, whenever you get a job offer, come back to one of my videos and post a comment. Putting that at devastrology sign so that it kind of gives a notification to me, and I would love to know. I try to read all the comments over the weekends. At least I try and do that. So if not, at least keep me posted. And I think you will get it here. You will get it definitely. Whatever three companies you are aspiring, I cannot say one, two, or three, but you will definitely get a job offer in those 2 months. Okay. All right. Good luck, my friend, and thank you for subscribing to the channel and joining it. All right, Gaurav. Gaurav, male. 14th Feb 1994. क्या बात है गौरव? You are born on Valentine's Day. Huh? Very nice. Double celebration, is it? 11:05 a.m. Jaipur, Rajasthan. Jaipur, Rajasthan. What's your question? Sir, when will I get a job will my Venus Madasha will go bad in starting 3 years being Marquez jobless for many years due to. I think I replied to you as well, Gaurav, in one of this thing. Your Aries ascendant, so second house is Venus. That's why you're calling it a Marquez thing. I get it. And yes, your seventh house Lord is also Venus. So Venus is your Marquez, correct? Your reading is right. Where is your Venus? Where is your Venus sitting? छुपा हुआ 11th house में. Okay. So what was your question? Venus Mahadev, will it go bad? So you've also just finished your Ketu Mahadasha, okay? And yeah, it is not that. See, it's not that Venus Mahadasha will go bad. Don't please. And Venus is in a friendly sign. It is combust. It is combust there. Saturn is also sitting there. Venus and Saturn are together. Saturn is in its own sign. Sun, the enemy sign, man. Mercury retrograde, man. Very nice. But Mercury is also combust. नहीं यार, so please do not have negative thoughts, Gaurav. Do not have negative thoughts. I know you posted to me one on one as well in one of the comments there. You did ask this question. It's not going to be bad. It's just that, see, when it is sitting in your 11th house and it is combust, what it does is it's going to diminish some of the returns, the extra gains that you're anticipating. But your Saturn is in a good position as its own sign and the 11th house. It is conjunct with Venus. Oh, the issue is because of Sun sitting there together. See, your language would also be a little blunt, and you would have this tendency of unnecessary headaches in your mind. I'm very certain of that. Very, very certain of that happening with you. And your Mars is exalted. Mars is also combust. क्या हो रहा है? Jupiter is sitting in the seventh house. We are in the enemy sign. So, Gaurav, please do not have any negative thoughts in place. It's not that it's going to be a terrible this thing. It might have an impact instead of 100% results if it was not combust in a decent place, because it was forming good yoga with Saturn. Yeah, it's a millionaire yoga, not a million billionaire, but yeah, it's a millionaire yoga. But the problem is Venus has got combust. Okay. And it is your markage doesn't mean that it is there to kill you and screw up your life. I know about what you're trying to hint from a markage perspective as well. It's not there to cause all disruptions. You try and fix this thing with Venus remedies. Empower your Saturn first of all. Make your Saturn stronger. Okay. Serve people, because all of them are sitting in your 11th house. So in your network, wherever you find opportunities to serve people, please do that. Like physically serve. As I mean that you're throwing money and doing, serve people, bring that thing. You will fix that market thing as well. You will fix your Mahadasha period. This is a very good period for you to grow in terms of your career and make money. Boss, I can see that. The problem is that combustion thing that we're discussing, and the markesh that you're, and I think you understand astrology decently well. That's why you're asking a very specific question. And yes, you were jobless in Ketu Mahadasha. The Ketu thing was not placed well. Yaar, Ketu is in your second house. Okay. So it was draining away all your money and all that stuff as well. You were not supposed to accumulate, but you will do it now. Trust me on this. Just activate your Saturn energy. And Venus के लिए ना यार, भोले बाबा से बेटर क्या है? I mean, I know there are a bunch of remedies people say on Fridays, fasting and stuff like that, and then donating food, white food specifically. If you want to try that aspect as well, it's also going to be helpful. Yeah, Gaurav, you should do that. But please do not see negativity. Also, is detriment, and your moon is 12th there. सात आठ नौ, हाँ, that's better. But ठीक है, don't worry about it. Okay. Don't worry about it. Moon say actually, मैं see from a moon chart perspective, it is 12th. That's why your moon chart is making you say all these things. You boss, you just focus on whatever I've told you. Things will be better. Shanti, currently working as a gym trainer. Shanti, I forgot your chart. You have to put everything. Take time. ये multiple बार type करने का जरूरत नहीं है. एक बार type करो, detail question type करो, guys. Villager captain Darshan. Yeah, so if he lacks concentration, I think you lack concentration as well. I'm so sorry, yaar. My friend, Pillager Captain, you've given Darshan's detail, you've given his date of birth. First of all, he's a kid. 2015 means hardly 7 or 8 years old child. So you should not be, first of all, doing astrology related things at least till second half of the teenage. People recommend not to do so. It's energy exchange. Second thing is you've not even given full details. So I don't have the birth time, I don't have the birthplace, so I cannot make a chart. So my friend, unfortunately, will have to skip that. Parinita Kohli, 24th, 1985, married and homemaker in USA. Which profession? Already, Parinita, where are you in USA? I'm in the US as well. Where do you live? Parinita, what is your this thing? 24th September 1985. 24th September 1985. 10:41 a.m. Indore. Homemaker, which profession should I pursue? Should I do business or job? Should I pursue in IT or another field based on my chart? All right, Parinita ji, you have Saturn and Scorpio in your first house, Mars and Venus in your 10th. And sun is in your, Mercury is exalted. Rahu Ketu axis is also 1 and 6 and 12. Jupiter with Moon, Gaj Kesari Yoga is formed there. Jupiter is retrograde, so it's giving impact there as well. That's another positive. What is your question? You must, what are you running? You're running Jupiter Mahadasha, is it? Okay. Career. Jupiter debilitated. Hey, you have a beautiful chart, Parinita ji. You have a beautiful chart. And you are running Jupiter Saturn. I think I told you last time also, you asked me. I think I told you that once your Jupiter Mercury hits in, which is from Feb of 2024, that would be a good period for you to start making some extra income. And it is like you will make very good income for the next 3 years, 24, 25, 26. Very good income. You have a good possibility of generating wealth, money, and everything. And see, your Lord of 10th sitting second to itself. It's in a neutral position, but see, if you wanna see, IT field is not a bad field for you because Mars is there in the 10th house. It's in a friendly sign. If you think you have an opportunity to work in the IT field, I recommend you should go ahead and do that. else you exploring, because your lord of seventh is also sitting fourth to itself in the 10th house, in the house of profession. So you could actually think of doing some Venus related profession as well. If you want to sell, let's say online using tech and stuff, online sales and stuff, it might actually bode very well for you. Very, very well for you. Huh? It might bode very well for you. And if you're not doing job, and if you're in this thing, see, Saturn is in the enemy sign. It'll take time, but you can grow. You'll have to be like, you'll have to be dedicated. You'll have to just keep pushing yourself through. If you skip things and if you drop the ball, then it's not going to do well. IT is going to be okay. You may want to explore something, doing online kind of a business. Explore online selling. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be good for you. So yeah, I think I've answered your question that ways. Alpha. Alpha has a question. 7/12/2005. 7/12/2005. 9:05. Mysore. The question is, would I be wealthy? There is no direct answer to what is the definition of wealth. For some person, earning 10 lakh rupees, Indian rupees, is it's like equivalent to $12,000 is enough. For some people, becoming a millionaire is enough, and for some people, $1 billion is also not enough. So it depends on how you define wealth, and I don't want to judge anybody on their own definitions because I have my own. Okay. um, but the wealth can be seen from 3 4 houses: seventh house, 11th house, second house, which is accumulation of wealth. You have Venus sitting um, in your second house, and Saturn is aspecting from the 8th house. So that gives a definite possibility to add wealth uh, over a period of time. You are running Rahu Mahadasha, so let it get over. Jupiter would be a better period for you, and Jupiter is the period, the Mahadasha period until 2040, because it is sitting in your 11th house. Though in the enemy sign, you will have good opportunities to earn through multiple sources. And Mars is also aspecting it from the 5th house. Mars is in retrograde, so yes, you have the possibility, and over time maybe you can add wealth. That's all I can recommend you. That's the short and sweet answer to the short and sweet question that you've asked, Alpha. All right. My dog is continuously reminding me that I need to come downstairs and I need to take him out for a walk. But I see, Kanaksha, I've already answered your question. You're repeating your question again. So I will not be taking that up. Madhumata's question is the last question, guys. Please do not post in more questions. I'm already very tired right now, but I will pick up the questions that are here so far. I don't want to screw up the questions that people have asked. So Balin has asked a question. Um, Balin, I'm assuming you're a guy. Okay, 6/8 1989. 6/8 1989. 4:30 a.m. and Balin is in Shimla. Balin's question is, career and finance. So Balan, as I can see, your Rahu Mahadasha is going on till 2025. Rahu is sitting in your, it's sitting in a good sign. It's sitting in Aquarius in your 8th house, but Ketu is there in the second house. You have Venus, Mars, and Mercury also in the second house. So I think you will be very disturbed from a family front perspective. Very, very disturbed from a family front perspective. And things would not be moving the way you would have desired or aspired from that particular angle. But things will improve for you. Rahu mein Mars is there. Yeah, just there is a moon. Yeah, Rahu in the eighth house is also causing a lot of troubles because it is aspecting your fourth house as well. So I think Rahu period you have to just go through. Like it's one more year till March of 2025 is when you face these challenges, my friend. I know what you're trying to. Mentally, you would be disturbed for all those reasons as well. But I think the moment you get your Jupiter dasha started, good part. Unfortunately, Jupiter is also in the enemy sign. Shit. But once it gets started, you will see some respite here. You will definitely see some respite. Sun is in your first house. You're a person who has like a lot of self belief. That's a very good thing in your chart. If you're listening to me, Balin, you are a person who has a lot of self belief and stuff. But the challenge is that you just be patient for the next 14, 15, 16 months. And that if you see from transit also, I think things will get better for you after that. Okay? So I think from all that career front issue that you're talking about, there will be some improvement in 2024, definitely, but a lot of improvement from March of 2025. Some improvement right now. You will see some improvement in the next year. Okay, Balin? I hope that is helpful. Star Pixie says thank you. Star Pixie. Pooja says thank you. Okay, Pooja, happy birthday. Everybody wished you happy birthday here, Pooja. I think you dropped off and that's why you missed it. Alpha, I've already answered your question, Alpha. Uh, then otherwise we've answered. Pillager, you've posted a question. My humble request. I'm sorry, I do not deny requests to anybody. You have a child. I also have a son. Okay, 2015. My son is almost same age. I don't give my son's chart to anybody. Uh, please wait. Please wait for some time. I'm not discouraging you for anything. Let him flourish by himself for the next. Like he's just 8 years old, and you're worried about studies. It's okay. I know. I have the same emotion for my son as well. I completely understand, but I try avoid reading charts of the kids. Please, let's not do it. Okay. Yeah, let's not do that. Give him time. Let your kid flourish. Sab acha hoga. My blessings and my all good wishes are with your kid. He or she, yeah, he will do very well in life. Don't worry about it. But don't go, and not just me, don't go about showing his chart to anybody. Okay, don't show his chart to anybody. Wait for at least him to become 15 or something of that sort. And sorry if I'm disappointing you. I'm sorry again for that, but I don't want to read a kid's chart right now. Neeraj, 7/12/1999. Neeraj, I have already done your chart, isn't it? I don't know, maybe I'm confused. Neeraj, 7/12/1999, 15:05, Bangalore. Yeah, why do I get a feeling that I've already done this reading? Okay, maybe I'm not. So your Ketu Mahadasha is continued till 2026 February. Neeraj, I'm in Ketu Mahadasha now, and how will be my Venus Mahadasha? Am I going abroad? I'm willing to go abroad for my higher studies as well. Is there any chance for my higher education? You are willing to go abroad? Chances are there. Yes, Jupiter and Saturn, both in the first house, both in retrograde. But your Saturn is deeply debilitated. So is your moon sitting in the eighth house and combust with Mercury in the enemy sign, Sun in the sign of Mars is exalted. Why do you want to go abroad? Mm-mm. I will not recommend that. Because you have an exalted Mars, very strong Mars you have. Okay, your Venus is sitting in its own sign. That's another good thing. You are very, you're not a very confident person. Mentally, you break down very fast. So that's not a good sign. And then Saturn is sitting in the first house as well, which is going to continuously give you that sort of a behavior. Um, See, chances are there you could go abroad, and I said that the moment opened your chart, I said that you could, but I will recommend you not to do that. And your education will also be might not be from if you go also you will not go to a very known renowned college or something of that sort. I don't think so. Yeah, Neeraj, I don't think uh, because you already 24. I'm assuming you're trying to pursue something in terms of international post graduation, but I don't think you will go into a very renowned college. So, acha, you focus on your career, and if you want to pursue wherever you are, like better choose a good college or big brand because I don't see a very strong this thing there. But career wise, you'll do very well here. You will have a very nice married life, very good married life, very nice spouse, very beautiful spouse. You will be good in terms of your habits as well. You will do well from that angle as well. But mentally, somewhere what happens is that your confidence level goes down, and you are not very firm. Like you are always seeking, how should I say, the advice of somebody, that if this person tells me I'm going to do that, if I have to make an investment, should I buy this stock or not? Let me figure out what my friend is doing. That kind of a mindset you would have 100%. You are not sure of your own decision making. And boss, you it's better you take recommendation from your father. Okay, you please take very clear feedback from your father in terms of your growth. He is going to be very sound in terms of your advice and stuff, and somehow you will also always have these emotions of not doing very interested in your career and stuff. uh, Plus, you should have again. You're the second person I'm seeing this chart with Mars and Ketu. You would have explored a military career, Air Force kind of a thing. You would have done very well in that. Very good career in that space. But anyways, if you're not doing a technical space or even running your own business, actually running your own business can be a very good idea. You will find a lot of happiness and satisfaction doing that. Let me tell you, and it'll grow over a period of time. It'll take some time, but you'll do well. Okay. So that is that. Pooja, I've answered your question. Avais, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Anjana, I've answered. Silajit, I've answered. Midanshu, I answered you as well. Thank you so much from past where love, health issue and surgery will be 5th December. Lalit, 7 December से पहले बोला था मैंने. So that's a better period, okay? All right. So we have the last question coming up. Kanak, I've already answered your question. Uh, okay, Kanak, I've already answered your question. You are a girl, so maybe yeah. Again, I can't go back. I mean, I don't have the strength to open the chart again and do it. Last 2 3 rings that we have left is Raghu Varan. Let's do that. Raghu, I'm assuming you're a guy. Um, 11 June 1989. Are you guys changing the names and doing this posting? Because I see that I might have done this reading also before. I don't know. You want to know if you have chances of settling abroad? Yes. Yes, you do. When? Also, you definitely do. I'm surprised if you're telling me 1989 and if you're still not settled abroad. Your Rahu Mahadasha is going on. Okay? And Rahu is in the ninth house. That also gives a connection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It also gives a connection for settling abroad. But both Jupiter and Sun are. Jupiter is combust also. They are. You have a good chance post November of 2024 all the way till mid of 2027. That is the answer for you. That is a very good period for you to go and settle abroad. Very good period. Next year, December till 2027 mid is a very good period, Raghu, for you to go and settle abroad. Smash that like button if you heard the answer and if you got the answer that you're looking for. Um, Mohammed Sabil, sir, as you said about my marriage and my current focus on making my career. So I'm not able to understand what is your question. I'll again just see. I think you asked the question last time, and that is why you're coming in here. Madhumita, I did not skip your chart. Your chart is still left. Hold on. And I said that you will be the last chart, so don't worry about it. 24/9/1996. Mohammed Sabil, I am making your chart only. 3:30 a.m. 3:30 a.m. Bangalore. Bangalore. Venus and Mars in the first house in the sign of Cancer. Mars is debilitated. Venus is in the enemy sign. Mercury is combust. It is in retrograde. It is in second house. So Lord of 10th house, which is Mars, is in your first house, but it is debilitated. Moon is sitting in Capricorn in the 7th house. At least Jupiter is in its own sign and aspecting your 10th house, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. So what your career, so you have to do something ideally related to Mars. That would be very good for you. What is your question exactly? I have given interview, but rejected. I don't know why. A tech field is going to be good for you. If not, you can also explore real estate. Real estate is also something where you can do well. Mars is also a representation of that. And then your first house is Cancer, and Moon is sitting opposite to it. So food related opportunities would also not be a bad idea, given that Venus is also there. That would be my other suggestion to you, because you asked me last time that whether or not IT or tech field is okay for you, and straight away seeing from your 10th house, I said yes, you can explore that. If not, you can explore moon related, because that is your first house and it is sitting in your 7th house. Actually, you could do your own stuff related to moon business, but hang in there, yeah. If you're not got a job right now, it doesn't mean you're not going to get it. Your Jupiter is in a good position, Sabil. Jupiter is in the 6th house. It is in the house of job, and it's an own sign. And Jupiter Saturn is running till 2026, right? And where is Saturn? Saturn is in the sign of Jupiter itself. Just show some patience, yeah. Subir, Sabil, right? Sabil, Muhammad Sabil. Show some patience. It will come your way. You need to prepare harder. You need to work harder. IT will not be a bad profession for you. It will not be a bad profession. समझ रहे हो? So just give some patience. It will work out for you. All right. Now, Madhumita. Madhumita, uh, 16 to 1996. 6, 13, 30. Vijaya, Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. All right. So, how will be my married life? And now working as a software engineer, how will be Rahu Madhusha? Yeah, Rahu Mahadasha, let me release the video. I'm supposed to do that. I've not done it. But married life, you have Jupiter and Moon. See, Jupiter, I have told multiple times, is not a great placement in the seventh house, even if it is sitting in its own sign. But you have Gaj Kesari Yog, which is a good thing. And you have Venus and exaltation in the 12th, in the 10th house with Ketu. Boss, I think it is not about your married life. Married life will not is going to be okay. Okay, actually, you can make it better. Uh, you can make your married life better. It is your home front where you're disturbed because of Rahu. Lot of fight, anger, emotion, and all that stuff. And Mars is also aspecting it. So all those that thing will continue to happen. You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. But don't worry, you will not have any kind of a divorce or anything of that sort. Uh, like nothing of that sort of negative energy will come in life, so don't worry about that. Issues will be there, yes. Working as a software engineer, okay, good for you. uh, how will be your Rahu Mahadasha? Rahu Mahadasha, let's just quickly see the current period so that you can get an understanding. You have Rahu Jupiter coming to an end, then Rahu Saturn is coming in, and specifically for you, Rahu Saturn, that will be a good period. Rahu Saturn will be a good period for you. Luck will be in your favor. Things will work out for you. So 3 years you should have a decent period. Things working out for you until 2027 October. That will be a decent time. Okay, Madhumita, I hope this helps. I'm happy you asked a pointed question and hence the pointed answer. Amit, I think we asked this question last time too, right? And if you have not listened to the complete this thing, then I don't know what to say. But again, I'll do it for one more time for you. 17, this thing, 1986. Time 0601 06 01 Thane. Jupiter Mahadasha running for you. Antardasha is coming to an end in November 2024, and then you have Saturn coming in. Saturn is in your 11th house. So if you're trying to start a new this thing, and Saturn and Jupiter are having Parivartan Yoga as well. So quick answer to your question is wait for from November 2024 onwards. I think I answered this to you last time as well. It is in the house of gains for you, Saturn. And it is there with Mars, in conjunction with Mars. Afflicted situation है वैसे तो वो, but I think post, like, wait for an year, give a year, that would be a good period for you. Yeah, that would be a very good period for you. If actually not Parivartan Yoga, Saturn is sitting in the sign of Mars. Jupiter is sitting in 11th, and Venus, Mercury, Sun is there. Yeah, wait for an year. Next November should be a much better period for you in terms of starting something new. You might want to get started before, but it's going to translate into like that Antardasha. Basically, the idea is the Antardasha of Saturn is going to be a much better period for you. Okay. And Jupiter is coming in transit in your fourth house. Rahu is coming to your third house. Boss, you will do a lot of expansion sort of a work. Yeah. You just show some patience, continue that effort if you want to do it, but your results will not be before November of 2024. That is something I can confidently tell you. But things are going to be very good in 25, 26 from that angle. Whatever, the harder you work, the better would your results be. So I hope this is helpful, guys, and I hope you liked it. Please smash at least 25 likes. We should cross. I've been targeting 50 likes, but that is something we've not been able to achieve. But thanks for your time. Appreciate you guys joining in time and again. Smash that like if possible. Make it 25. Thank you. I really really like that. Appreciate that. Uh, and we'll see you guys most probably again, if possible, this week, either Sunday or Saturday. I'm not sure, because depending on how I find time, I'll do another session. All right. See you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.